Hey everybody, what's up? It's Christopher here, and I want to apologize first for any noise in the background. The heater suddenly decided now was the time for them to turn on. Without any more mention of that, we will get into the video. Today, I wanted to talk about mixed episodes and what they are and how I experience them. If you don't know what I mean by mixed episode, it is an episode like a bipolar episode. It might also be referred to as dysphoric mania. And in a mixed episode, you have symptoms of depression and mania at the same time, which sounds really bizarre and like it couldn't possibly happen, but it does, and it is the worst, at least for me. The only thing worse than mixed episodes for me is psychosis, which honestly is probably, I would say they're actually tied for worst. Um, so that's what a mixed episode is in a very short way of saying it. Sorry, I'm in a mixed episode right now, so I'm really like wigging out, kind of struggling here. But I needed to do something with my life or with my time. So here we are. So I'm gonna just go through some symptoms I've been experiencing and just talk a little bit about them. So the first one is restless yet tired. So I'm like constantly bouncing my legs but yawning at the same time. Like I'm like I need to go to sleep and then my brain is like no, I don't think so. And then my legs are bouncing and I need to move and I'm just like sometimes I just yell or like whine because I'm so like I feel crazy. I feel like I just can't get out of my skin fast enough. And it's really hard. Like I'll like try to doze off in my chair. I'll be like this, and then all of a sudden my brain is like, "No, I don't think we're gonna do that right now." And it is so frustrating. And like it's literally like your brain is at tug of war with itself, and it's awful. The next one is sleeping but having vivid dreams. So during mania, a lot of people have trouble with actually being able to sleep at all or only getting like a few hours of sleep. For me, I am sleeping, but I'm having very vivid nightmares and dreams. Like, I can't remember them much when I wake up. Like, there's a rare one that I will remember when I wake up. But for the most part, I'm not remembering them when I wake up, but they are very vivid when I am in them. And some of them will have me waking up in a panic. Like the other night, I had one where I woke up and I was like, I think there's people watching me from my window. And so I had to go close my curtain. And then I was like, I think they're still watching me through the window. And normally, after I wake up from a nightmare, vivid or not, I'm able to like pretty quickly calm myself down and like remind myself it was a dream or a nightmare. But lately, I haven't been able to do that. And I've been having like a lot of stress and anxiety after waking up from one. Next one I have is my head constantly feels like it's buzzing. I mean like racing thoughts, but like sometimes they're not thoughts. It just feels like a buzzing in my head. Like my head just has to make some kind of noise for me, and so it's literally like a buzzing almost like racing thoughts and no thoughts at the same time and buzzing like buzzing sounds. It's weird. I don't know how to describe it other than that, but it's really awful. And then like the racing thoughts are like I can't even put them into words. Just like do this, do that, don't do this. You can't do this. Oh, but now we got to do this or like just like constant like racing. But like they don't even mean anything. They're not like productive racing thoughts. Um, the next thing is anger and irritability. You might have noticed I was a bit angry or irritable at the beginning when I was explaining about the stupid furnace or the heaters because I was pissed that they made had to start making noise right when I was starting a video, and I actually swore at them before I got on camera. Um, so that's like a prime example. Yeah, I'm like I get really irritable. I don't tend to yell at people. I'm home by myself most of the time, so like I just yell at nothing or get irritable at nothing. I swear at inanimate objects. It's I just get very upset. The next one is guilt and sadness. This is where like more of the depression part comes in. So like I feel really guilty for like multiple things. Like even though I even though logically I know I shouldn't feel guilty about it, I feel guilty about it. So like one thing is like I'll just give one example is that I had a necklace of my cat Moo that passed away in 2022. It was like a necklace, a custom one that was made to look like him. And I cleaned my room all the way and I couldn't find it anywhere. I looked everywhere for it and I couldn't find it. And I still don't know where it is. And I feel like the worst cat brother. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like the worst brother to a cat that you could possibly be, because like I feel like I let him down and that I'm just the worst person in the world because I can't find the necklace and I should know where it is. Like the fact that I lost it to begin with is not acceptable. And then I have sadness where I'm just like, I just feel sad. I feel down. I feel like nothing's going to get better, which leads to the next one, which is loss of hope. I feel like I'm gonna be stuck in this loop forever. I'm either gonna be sad and depressed, or I'm gonna be manic, or I'm gonna be in between, like not in between as in like a good place, but in between like meaning having both at the same time. And like I keep getting med changes and like med changes and med dose increases and let's try this, let's try that, and it's just like I know I need those med changes and those med adjustments, but it's so difficult to actually have to go through it. Like constantly be changing meds and constantly be upping my dose and hoping that something works and not having anything that works. Like when I got my diagnosis changed from major depressive disorder to bipolar 1, I was like, wow, like my treatment options have opened up for me now. And maybe I'll actually find something that helps. And maybe I never needed that ECT that I had when my diagnosis was major depressive disorder. Maybe I just needed a mood stabilizer and an antipsychotic. And I was hopeful that something was going to change, and look at where I am now. Nothing has changed, and I feel treatment resistant at this point, and I just don't know. I don't know what I do feel hopeless for that. And the last thing I'm going to mention is anxiety. I have such bad anxiety, like constant. My face is swollen because while I have many what do you call it? Many stressors, many triggers for my face to swell, and a lot of them are ones that I haven't figured out yet, or ones that are like physical in nature, like more like heat sensitivity and cold sensitivity, stuff like that. Stress and anxiety is also a big trigger for my face to swell, and I've been dealing with chronic facial swelling, like all day, every day. My face is swollen, it's uncomfortable, and I don't know what to do about it. No doctors know what the cause of this is, so I'm left to deal with it on my own. Um, I feel like that was a side point. Anyway, anxiety. Yeah, so I'm just like constantly in a state of panic and just like fear, like all day every day. I try to go to sleep at night and then like suddenly my brain's like, hey, remember this, we got to deal with this, and then I have to tell myself like, you can't do anything about it now, it's 9 at night, nobody is open to talk to about anything, so like you got to deal with it tomorrow. And then the next day I forget to deal with it even though I'm anxious about it, and then the night comes along and we repeat the cycle. So yeah, that's some of what, for me at least, a mixed episode looks like. There's like a bunch of other stuff that I left off because I can't, like, my brain's not working properly right now. And I'm sure there's stuff that other people experience that I don't experience. So like this is individual to me. But yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, I guess. I don't know why I said that because I used to say it, but I don't anymore. Anyway, thank you for watching.